it's like BMW, like Model 3, then it can be process costing because
But
it's fixed.
if they have set up the different facility for only for Model 3.
Okay.
But normally what happened, under the same roof, they are making different products. Today they are working on, for example, half day they are working on Model 3 and half day they are working on Mercedes-Benz. Right? So in that case, it's going to be hard to find out that, hard to apply process costing. Right? If under the same roof they are making the same product, then we can say that this is the department, just how many cars came out from this facility divided by their cost, that's it. But if different products are coming out from the same premises, that means process costing is going to be applied over there in difficult phase. So we need to switch to the job order costing. Okay. So we cleared the concept of job order costing, which is product costing. So now let's deep dive into the job order costing. So identify the documents used in a job order costing system. So an overview is that in job order costing, we know that there are different products are making in the under same roof. So we have, of course, same material is coming inside the factory, but from that material, different products are making. For example, raw plastic is coming to the factory, and some plastic is used to make mouse, some plastic is used to make keyboards, some plastic is used to make the covers of mobile phones. But raw material is the same. So we have identified the jobs. So it means there are 3 products that are making with the same raw material. So direct material is coming and divided into 3 products. Job number 1, job number 2, job number 3. Similarly with the direct labor. So it's not like that each worker is specifically dedicated to this one job. No, because a worker is standing on the assembly line. So raw material is coming, he's watching over there, and that raw material is converted, some raw material is converted automatically to make mouses, emitter mouses, keyboards, and mobile phone accessories or its cover. So they are just sorting out over there. So that worker is, for example, 1 hour he is working on assembling the mouse, other hour he is working on assembling the keyboards, next hour he's working on packing or segregating the different models of mobile phone covers, right? So it means his job is divided into, or his daytime scale or his labor hours are divided into 3 on 3 products, right? So it's easy, right? You can easily find out direct material and direct labor. How much, for example, how much material it takes to make the one mouse, for example, just 100 gram of plastic, that's it. For keyboard, 300 gram of plastic. For a mobile cover, maybe 20 gram or 30 gram of plastic. So it's easy. So that's why we call this direct material. We can easily find out that, okay, from this machine, we, for example, make 100 mouse. So one mouse take 100 gram. So 100 mouse take about like 10 kg or 100,000 gram of plastic. It's easy. So direct material calculation is easy. Direct labor calculation is easy. But how we can identify the manufacturing overhead? How much, for example, the lubrication is used on, so we apply lubrication to the machine. So how much lubrication cost is going to be added on this one mouse? It's not easily traceable. So that's why we call this indirect material. Supervisor salary, who is watching over all these assembly line workers? How much its salary attributed to overseeing this mouse, this keyboard, right? So in that case, it's going to be hard. So we call this indirect indirect labor or indirect material. So we combine all these. So this is called manufacturing overhead. So our job here is to apply job order costing and specifically finding out the direct material and then direct labor is easy, but finding out manufacturing overhead is a little bit tricky. So in order to just wait and let the cost happen, and then at the end we calculate the cost, smart managers, they estimate the cost or they allocate the cost in advance. We will see in our coming lectures, in our coming slides. Here we go. So this is the example here. The job cost sheet. So we have a illustration here that the Pierce company has a job that calls for the construction of wooden crates. So you can see the separate section for direct material, direct labor, manufacturing overhead. So in addition, there is a section of summary as well, which you can easily find out. So the job cost sheet summarizes all the manufacturing cost. What is the manufacturing cost? Direct labor, direct material, manufacturing overhead. So all the details are here. So when you pay attention to the job cost sheet, we have a job number A143. So it means this is the job for making wooden cargo crates for the different dimensions, right? Some would be 12 feet long, some will be 10 feet long, 6 feet long, right? So they are given the task to make wooden cargo crates. So here would be a date of initiation. It means the order is placed on this date and they actually started working on this order. Department would be B3 and this would be the product that they need to make, right? So we have a direct labor amount is going to be here, material overhead going to be here, direct material going to be here, and units completed here. How much units are completed and shipped to the other department or customer whatsoever. So let's just talk about this. So here is a material requisite form. So we have a job order cost sheet, right? We have a job cost sheet in which direct material is there, direct labor is there, manufacturing overhead there. So in order to calculate the direct material, we have a separate form. We call this material requisite form. So in order to complete the job is A143, in which you are given to make the wooden cargo crates. So the requisition is numbered X6890. So against this order, how much material is sent? So you write down the reference. So that would be the reference of receipt for this job number. Of course, you file the date. That would be authorized signature here. So how much material you ask, every detail is going to be on material requisition form. So these are the 2x4, 12 feet, 1x6, 12 feet. How much is the quantity? You ask 20 units of 2x4, 12 feet, 12 for, and 20 for 1x6, 12 feet. So what is the unit cost? 3 per unit. So quantity multiplied by unit. It means total cost of the wooden log for this 2x4, 12 feet is $36. And total cost for 1x6, 12 feet, quantity 20 would be 80. So total material is 116. There is no rocket science here, right? So that's why it's called direct material. So this 116 will go to job cost sheet, the previous form. You see here, and it is filled. Right? Easy. Similarly, with the direct labor, we have direct labor form. We call this employee time ticket. So we have a ticket number here. This is the employee name, that who is responsible to make this wooden crates. So you see, we have given, so the worker uses time tickets to record the amount of time they have spent on each job. Here is the time ticket for employee who worked 8 hours on job A143. So the job is A143 and he worked 8 hours on that. So mean whole day he is working on this job to make the wooden crates. So his hourly rate is $11. He worked 8 hours, so 8 into $11.88. So his start time is that he entered the factory premises. So his work, he started his work 8 and he closes his work at 4, right? And this is the amount. Again, supervisor supervising his work, he saw that he's working on it, he spent 8 hours and he signed it. So all this $88 will go to job cost sheet. So we have 2 sections completed here: material, direct material cost and direct labor cost, right? Now the complexity started from here. How we can find out the manufacturing overhead? That is tricky. So you tell me, what is the smart management? So in your personal life, if you have a family business, or if you are working in company or somewhere, so you receive pre-order. So are you with me, guys? Ali, Coco, Subhan, Junpyo?
Yes, sir. Still here.
Okay. So when you receive order in advance, so the companies, they ask quotation from you. Please quote us rate. We want to order you, for example, 4 wooden crates of this much dimension. Quote us your rate, right? So you know that how much direct material gonna be there and how much direct labor is gonna be there. It's pretty easy. But remember, when you quote the rate must be including the manufacturing overhead. Here comes the problem. If you do not understand how much is my manufacturing overhead,